Black Knight,
and
right?
Black Knight.
So that's Taros Orion.
Yes.
Now,
I like this.
We did talk about these, right? I would say my percentage chance confidence of seeing it was like less than 10. So this opening up for game number 1, I guess this is the one time that you can do it.
Yeah, see, I was thinking on the tail end when they were like, all has been lost so far, might as well try it. But now it's like, okay, it's game 1. We have a little bit of room to go because it's the best of 5. We can drop game 1 and realize, all right, the other game plan, we at least had to try plan B. But now we can go focus back onto plan A like we were previously. Or who knows, we might be able to open up like this. Hammer's gotten some love recently. It's not quite at the height that it was before the nerfs, but still, people are coming around to the idea of Hammer again.
This is how it happens. This is how it starts. Taros gets picked in solo queue again because 2 stomp airs landed back to back, right? I haven't seen stomp side air hit from a Hammer in
It's been a very, very long
been 80
time.
years, though.
Now, I'm wondering if we see Godly and Fozey win this, that might override people being like, all right, we got to do something about this Kaya legend. She is way too good.
Well, yeah, because it's already happened a few times here. Laura is trying to make up for the fact that Neeze has gone down super quickly there with those double D-line side airs, gets the recovery. He's so good at getting that recovery to where he just barely gets line of sight, and like the spear hitbox manifests on the stage, hits them up towards the air, but yeah, still really solid game in the red team's favor here, considering that Neeze is down to 1 and damage is even across the board.
Oh, and Lores picks up the D-Sig all the way from the left side of the stage. Neeze is able to clean that one up, putting Godly onto his final stock. So between the two, the red team is just a little bit ahead because Neeze is in the yellow. Lores is a little bit more red than Fozey is orange.
Oh man, falls down there, actually lands, gets hit with the recovery.
Nice save.
Flores goes down and Neeze has to run for his life. Hits the recovery. Godly's looking for that neutral signature, and he gets spiked all the way to the left side of the stage. This is game 1 for Fozey and Godly for sure, unless Lores could be the most miraculous 1v2 champion that I've ever seen. I've got my doubts. Let's see what he goes through here. Does side air Fozey off the side of the stage, but remember, Fozey's got 2 stocks.
Now, of course, this game is on Demon Island, a very large stage, and they're playing against very thick legends with Kaya and Cross. But what's one good way to deal with that? A whole lot of strength, some cheesy, strong signatures on Taros.
Godly missed his gravity cancel.
Yep.
It's been a minute since I've seen that. He had all the time to set up. Well, either way. You know, something else to note. Nice down sig. Does get that, and the side air goes for the edge guard there, too. So, this is curious to me because I think I still stand by this. Remy, you and I just finished talking about how platform maps were really great for Lores, and his platform movement was really great. So it actually surprises me that they stage striked to Demon Island. And now I'm very curious if they're going to keep going back to Demon Island there, because I know Godly and Fozey love flat stages, no platforms, right? Like if they could go back to Demon Island, Brawlhalla in every single game, they would go nowhere else.
I mean, you're seeing Godly throw out the neutral signatures. You're seeing, of course, a Lance on the stage. You love a flat map if you're a Lance player.
Yeah, it's Lance home.
You know, soft platforms help too because you can control a lot of space with the neutral air, but flat maps also feel really darn good because people land and you can hit them with a very difficult to punish side air.
Right. Well, we're here in game number 2, and Demon Island was not taken off the board. Neeze and Lores think they can do it, so they go right back into its downlight, sidelight, just getting some extra damage in here and there. No really huge opening for Fozey and Godly. Around the ground pound, the weapon throw. Godly actually avoids that, but by maneuvering out of the way, he had to have Fozey there to be able to help him to get back. He does not make it back, and that double sidelight there, Lores is so sick with the spear.
And Godly's all of a sudden over on the edge. You're seeing him look for a little bit of cheese with the GC Insig, but Lores is on him.
Yeah, he does not care about that. He looks at that and he goes, wait, all that means is that you're wasting your dodge. You're not going to hit me with that move. Oh, that was a ton of damage stacked, but nobody ends up going down. Neutral signature will spike there, goes to the side, take the finish off Lores, but Lores gets right past. Nice alley-oop, tacks on the extra damage, gets the ground pound, enough force to be able to get that knockout, even game across the board.
I think Fozey didn't feel confident enough that he could hit the side signature off of that. He thought that Lores might be out of hit stun and could dodge to get away from it, so he just went for the neutral light and then set up the solid edge guard. Godly down low, ground pound from Lores, sending Godly below. It's 2 edge guards he's gotten on Godly.
And it was such a great start from Fozey and Godly because Fozey caught Godly with the downlight, but then Godly was able to slip out before the rest of that combo, and he went for the alley-oop there and almost got an early stock onto Neeze, but Godly ends up being the one that goes down first anyways. Finally, Neeze goes down afterwards.
I'm surprised we didn't see a hammer recovery coming out from Godly when Lores was coming in with that ground pound. Maybe he just didn't think it was coming because, like, what are you going to do, ground pound a hammer?
Yeah. Okay, Loris just goes down, and Fozey's dominating, but this is one of those deceptive leads, right, Sparky? We've been talking about how the focus is on Godly, and if you're getting double D-line side-aired by Lores in orange, that's not a great start. Fozey gets knocked out of there by that brass knuckle, and there's the recovery off the top of the double knockout, and now it is a Fozey 1v2 once again.
But we also have to remember, Fozey was dominating on his second stock, so it seems like he's returned to that form that we saw previously, where he's doing so much work on his second stock. Unfortunately, because Godly just got bullied out of the game in the edge guards against Lores, it's not enough.
Yeah, which form do you prefer? The one where Fozey is stock tanking, but they're still losing the game, or the one that put them in a 1-0 lead over Lores and Neeze, right? That's the tough part. D-Light, side air recovery, that's going to take him off the top. Lores and Neeze have got those team combos on lock, which is even more impressive considering that they basically have met and teamed together this year here at Dallas.
There you see 3 of the South American players here. Farthest from the screen was Sack. In the middle was Fiend, and closest to your screen, of course, is West. They're there to cheer on Lores.
Yeah, and Lores doing phenomenal in that game too, bringing it to a tied set. And the Demon Island pick, I still feel like even after that win, they're making it harder on themselves than they need to. And we'll just have to find out if that's the case. Like, also keep in mind that this isn't Fozey and Godly's winningest team composition going into the weekend. We could see them switch back over to the Dulcim Zariel. I'm not really certain, right? There's a lot of different things that you can think about when going into an elimination final like this after the loss of a winner's final, where it could be Godly and Fozey being like, this is the team comp that we need to beat Luna and Snowy, so we need to warm it up by getting through our opponents before them. That's a possibility.
I think they're going to swap off of that now, because we saw, I think we saw it run its course, and I think a lot of it was like, it was Godly cheese.
3, 2,
it was Taros
1,
cheese,
roll. Because
he can be a cheesy legend. If you look at his damage, he only did 273 that game.
Oh, that's
he
not
picked
great,
up, he threw out 4 signatures, hit 2 of them, and I think both of them.
Cheese now?
No, but if you're looking at like that GCN sig, that's really what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're right. And Laura's kind of looked at that once, and it was like, how dare you even think about doing that?
And they ended up figuring it out. Godly was limited to 273 damage. Fozey was limited to under 500 damage. Meanwhile, Laura's putting out 604 yet again. So they're still going in with the same game plan, and the switch up from Godly and Fozey didn't work last game. We'll see if things change this game. Fozey's doing a great job surviving.
Yeah, but that Cider will disarm Godly. That was a risky down sig that gets punished only by a Lance Dare, still holding on that stock, and some extra damage goes on to Lores as Godly's been flying around unarmed. Finally picks up an axe, and let's see, can he take advantage of the axe here? Doesn't even go in for the friendly fire there, because I think he was too worried about attacking on more damage to Fozey in that sense. Is that save even worth going for Fozey? Oh,
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Fozey is super healthy, so it's going to take like quite a bit. And never mind, I take it back. I take it back. When you're that dang good and you got a spear in your hand and you can reach straight down with that spear dare.
I feel like that was the one way they were able to toss that lead, was Fozey going off stage, because he was in orange. He was so he was so far away from being knocked out, but we used that many jumps to try to save your teammate who is deep in red. And you're against Lores on the spear, 2 pogos, and that's it. Now they're taking this lead in their favor. I mean, it's even, but it was very solidly in Godly and Fozey's favor before that happened.
And we'll see the numbers at the end of the game, but I think really for the most part, it's in Fozey's favor.
It happened again! Fozey went down for that Nair save, and Godly avoids the Nair.
This team comp ain't it.
And then he falls off. It's not, okay. I don't think it's the team comp, Sparky. That's 2 offstage interactions where Godly gets thrown off stage, high damage, Fozey goes off the lance, misses the Nair to hit him, and then ends up getting edge guarded in the attempt to save him, right? Then we watched that happen back to back. I think that's just Neeze and Laura is just doing so much better off stage.
They're definitely winning off stage for sure, but I think they're weaker in the neutral game. I think they're weaker on stage because of this stranger team comp. That's nice pickup there. I don't know why he went for a D-Light Nair follow-up instead of a D-Light Sair.
Yeah, dude, Fozey in general on the big stage, dropping a lot of those D-Light follow-ups, right? That was the loss that we saw against Boomy where he missed the D-Light, double D-Light recovery. Might be the same case here in twos. We'll have to see if that costs them, because Godly goes down the top again, and Laura's and Neeze are 1 stock away from match point. Neutral light catches, he's trying to go for the jump read there, and then Laura's was covering if Fozey went down, but that recovery will take him off the top. And I don't think I've seen Neeze and Laura's look vulnerable once when they get into the 2v1. It's been so deadly consistent. And now Godly and Fozey, you could see the communication between both of them there. This is the decision. They're like, okay, is what we're doing working and we were just struggling off stage, or are we going to change the legends? Because this is Loras and Neeze are one game away from having the international team in grand finals, Sparky.
I think it's time to switch the legends. Fozey doing 454 damage. Godly doing 438.
It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
It absolutely
I don't
is.
think it was the legends. I think they just got outplayed severely.
No, believe me, they
offstage.
absolutely did. I don't think a legend swap all of a sudden makes them win the next game.
Makes
but
Fozey
I don't
hit his land snares on Godly.
I don't think they win with this team comp.
Oh, and look at that highlight. Just highlight the delay near the
2,
there.
1,
Okay,
roll.
it's the
This is
Dalton
what I
Zariel.
wanted.
This is what they've been winningest with most this weekend. Backs against the wall. One more loss here, and they're out at third. Loras and Neeze will be in grand finals. EU and South America and NA will be in grand finals. Would be so crazy to see.
That is wild. Three regions on 2 teams. I know we keep hammering that point home, and people at home are probably, yeah, bro, we get it. But no, that is unprecedented in Brawlhalla's history.
And it may not happen at this rate after that double knockout. Godly making the axe look fantastic there. What is this cursed weapon choice? I thought Phazon claimed that drip. You can't use that, Godly. I think it's from like Savoni, right? I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, like Phazon claimed that drip. I don't think
on
anyone was
Vortex.
really gonna take it from him. It was like, yeah, you can have it, dude.
I think
Go
it was on
ahead,
Vortex,
bro.
so it's not totally the same. But we're here in game 4. And Godly and Fozey start off quite nice, but the team combo here from Loras and Neeze is looking fantastic. Oh, that side stick goes the other way, and Loras sent flying to the right side of the stage. Godly trying to set up the axe neutral light, and it does not connect.
Now, I'm really glad that Fozey was able to escape the 2v1 that was happening over on the right side edge. He does end up, no, he doesn't actually end up falling here. Fozey's survivability has been a major plus for this team of Godly and Fozey. He's been living so long. Everybody's in the red right now, but Fozey's the only one still on first stock.
Yeah, nice alley-oop from Godly there, gets the nair. Trying to get even more focus on the Neeze, and Fozey's still in that first stock. You're absolutely correct, but Godly's the weak link here. We've talked about this before. Godly has to have the survivability because when it comes to the 1v2, I just don't think Fozey can do it against Loras and Neeze. He goes down to 1 stock there, and Godly, if he got hit by that down air, he was out of there. He dodges right through, but it's just going to take a fleeting bow neutral air at this point to be able to take him out. That's it. Yep, off the top. And now it's 4 stocks to 3, although it's a very tentative lead. Oh,
Nice
that's so
follow-up.
crazy. Nicely done. Exactly what they needed. And now all eyes are on Godly, right? This is like, Loras and Neeze know what they have to do. They have to take Dalsum out and then have the 1v2 against Fozey. And then it's curtains. Neeze has gotten so many recoveries at the top in those 1v2s. Let's see what Godly can do.
Now here comes that axe that Remy was talking about that Godly really needs to make work here. He's not finding connection so far, does find the neutral light. Meanwhile, Fozey and Neeze are going at it on the left side. Neeze barely overspaces that signature from Fozey. Finds the punish on it as well. Started off with the long range on that D-light. Over on the edge, Fozey, gauntlet neutral air. Disengages, goes up, and Neeze actually might turn this around. Grab pound, Fozey on final stock. Godly in the 1v2 for just a moment as Fozey spawns back in.
The downlight side, our Fozey goes in to interrupt the strong hit of that, and a little bit of accidental friendly fire coming out from Loras there. Neutral comes through, more damage tacked on to Neeze, but Godly at the edge guard, and Loras is so good at these. Fozey doesn't opt to save him, manages to make it back. D-light neutral's a great punish on the down sig. And Neeze is so close to going up, but there goes Godly. All right, this is the most doable 1v2 Fozey's been in all day. Recovery hits, but he needs to get that onto Neeze, and that's huge. The
perfect.
Pogo saves off of what would have been a guaranteed knockout on that combo, and Fozey now has to find another downlight on the Neeze.
And that's the thing that's going to be tough. If you go for that 2
Is that it? The ground pound hits, the weapon throw forces the dodge. The downer connects, and Fozey never touched Loras and Neeze in that 2v1. Secure victory. And now we've got 3 regions in grand finals, Sparky.
And that wasn't a game 5 situation.
It was close.
It was a 3-1, Tazza, and it showed. You talked about it. That was the closest possible 1v2 that Fozey